opened the door to an empty hallway, but there was already a fresh set of wet footprints leading away from me. Even though I hadn't taken a single step, the place was completely silent, the kind of silence that makes your ears hurt, and somehow the air felt like it was waiting for me to notice something. I followed the footprints because they were the only thing that looked real. But every few steps, the lights seemed a little farther apart, and one of the doors was suddenly where a window had been. I told myself I was just confused. Then I blinked, and I couldn't remember walking the last few meters. When I looked back, the hallway was shorter than before. But the footprints were still ahead of me, always the same distance away. I never saw anyone making them, yet I kept hearing something shift behind the walls, as if someone was quietly changing the building while I stood there. I reached a corner that I was sure hadn't been there before, and there was a small room with nothing inside except a dark shape standing in the far corner. It never moved, but every time I looked away for a second, it seemed a little closer, and I couldn't remember if it had always been facing me. I tried to leave, but the hallway bent into itself, and every door opened into another hallway that looked almost right, except the lights hummed with a different sound, and the walls carried marks I didn't remember seeing. My head started to hurt because whole pieces of time were missing, like someone had quietly cut them out of my life. Then I found a door with scratches around the handle, and on the wall beside it, someone had carved a sentence into the paint. It said, "You only remember being the latest one." I wanted to run, but I heard footsteps coming toward me from the other end of the hallway, slow and careful, and they stopped the exact moment I stopped breathing. The silence returned, heavier than before, and I realized the footsteps had matched mine perfectly. The last door opened into the hallway where I had started, except another version of me was standing at the entrance, staring at the wet footprints on the floor with the same confused face I remembered having. That's when I understood the footprints were never leading away from me. They were leading the next version of me deeper inside.